Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Tuesday, October the 15th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. The defendants are present in the courtroom. They were sworn in earlier. The first case we're going to call is C 4705-24-J, State of Texas versus Damian Bazan. ¿No habla inglés, verdad, Damian?
No.
John, you standing in for Mr. Bustos?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge. John Rodriguez for Hector Bustos.
Just go slowly because we're having to do the translation.
Not a problem, Judge.
Proceed.
Good afternoon, Judge. Mr. Bazan stands before the court. It's a possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1. The current bond, Your Honor, is $20,000. He has currently been in jail for looks like 3 days, and Mr. Bustos was asking for a reduction, if the court would consider it, to $5,000 cash as surety.
The state, Randy.
Good afternoon, Judge Randy Lopez on behalf of the state. Judge, the state's actually in agreement for a PR bond with the patch.
Mr. Bazan, where do you live? What city do you live in?
En Dona,
Who do you live with?
con mi mamá, mi abuela.
You know the address where you live?
11410 Drive, Donatel.
11-4 what?
11410 Lisa Drive, Donatel.
Is that where you received the mail?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead and reduce the bond to $1,000 PR. I'm gonna order the UAs through probation, so you're gonna have to go in and get drug tested until this case is resolved. You come back positive, you're gonna come back to jail. Do you understand? No drugs, no alcohol while you're out on bond. Is that clear?
Departamento de Probation hasta que caso esté. Yes, Judge. Thank you.
All right. That'll be all. Go ahead and have a seat. Come and sit.
Thank you, Judge.
Hold on, John. He's got one more case.
Correct, Your Honor.
I'm gonna call C 4598-24-E, State of Texas versus Adrian Hernandez. You speak English, Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He's present, John. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Bustos represents him on an aggravated assault charge. I believe the current bond is $10,000. I don't know if Mr. Bustos has an agreement with the state. However, Your Honor, in light of whether they have an agreement or not, we would be asking for a reduction in this bond as well. In this case, we'd be asking again $5,000 cash surety bond, or if the court would consider anything less.
Good afternoon, Judge Randy Lopez for the state. We believe the bond's already appropriately set. And of course, we'll leave it to the discretion of the court, Judge.
Mr. Hernandez, when you were arrested, the judge issued a protective order. And this protective order will be in place not to have any contact with a Martin Yera, Elizabeth Garza, and a Jesus Pina. You know these individuals? Also with a Demshi Resendez and a Ingenia Garza, your mother-in-law. You're not to have any contact with any of these individuals. Do you understand that? This order will be effective for just a minute. It'll expire on November 23rd, of this year. During that time, you're not to have any contact with any of those individuals. Don't even call them from jail. You cannot go within 200 yards of their residence located, let's see where- in Far, Texas on Bell Street, or in Mission, Texas on Stonegate Drive. You're not to go near those addresses, nor their place of business on Jackson Street, North 902 North Jackson, nor their school, 1802 West Cleo, Dawson and Mission. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you go near those places, drive by there, you will be arrested facing new charges. Is that clear?
That's good.
You are not to possess any firearms or communicate or ammunition or communicate with these individuals in any form or fashion. No text messages. Don't even tell a friend to call them and tell them anything. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
If you violate these orders, you'll be facing a new charge. Plus, we may revoke your bond on this case and put you back in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work, sir?
I'm a Texas Class A barber, sir. But I just need to go back to West Texas to cut hair.
Where are you living here? Are you visiting down here or what?
Yeah, I came down here, cause my mom and then they stay far, 1332 East Noemi Street, Far, Texas, 78577.
Is that where you're staying?
That's what I'm saying, sir.
That's at your mom's house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is her name?
Wilma Guardiola.
Not on the order, so there's no problem with you staying there or speaking with her if you do make bond. How old are you?
29.
You work for somebody or you work on your own?
I was working for somebody
Where at?
in West Texas, Pecos.
You live up there?
No, I was just staying and working, and I'll come down here to visit again.
Well, I'm not gonna allow you to, I'm gonna order that you remain in Hidalgo County.
Okay, sir.
You're gonna have to find a job down here.
Okay, sir.
No drugs, no alcohol while you're out. I'm also gonna order weekly testing.
Okay, sir.
First time you come back positive or you don't show up, I'm gonna put you back in jail. You understand?
Okay, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. You get out, stay in contact with your attorney because you're gonna have to show up at the courthouse at a later date to take care of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
When you get out, they're gonna give you a copy of this protective order. I told you about it, the magistrate told you about it, you're gonna have a copy, so there's no excuse. Don't make contact with these individuals. You understand me? Make sure you read it when you get out. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Is it a PR bond or?
The cash surety, so you're gonna have to pay 10 to 15%, whatever the bondsman charges you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Judge.
Next
I have
case.
no further business. May I be excused?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case we're gonna call is C4720-24-A, State of Texas versus Jorge Davila.
Judge, good morning, sir. Robert Capello Jr. for Mr. Davila. He speaks English, Judge.
You speak English, sir? You prefer Spanish?
He prefers Spanish,
All right,
Judge.
just go slow, Robert. Go ahead, you may proceed.
Your Honor, I was appointed to represent Mr. Davila on 10/8/24. I had a telephone visit with him on 10/18/24, and I did an in-person, I'm sorry, 10/11/24. We had a telephone conference, and I did an in-person visit with him today, 10/15/24. What I understand from him, Judge, is that he was recently released 4 days ago from state jail prison. He did his time on an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. He was downtown. He works at the downtown bars in McAllen, Judge, as a cleaner upper. He cleans up the bars in the morning and to late afternoon to get them ready for for them to open in the evening. And he was sitting on a park bench or sitting on a bench in front of one of the establishments waiting for the owner to show up. And he was approached by two McAllen police officers, accusing him of having been in a fight in the alley behind that establishment. They asked him to show him his hands. There was no visible markings on his hands where he had gotten into a fight. He was sitting down, having a bottle of water and some peanuts, Judge. He cannot make the $5,000 cash or surety bond. He's asking for this court to order a PR bond, Judge. He works, supports his family. He, like I said, he works downtown at the downtown bars. That's his livelihood. That's the only way he can make income. He's just trying to make ends meet, Judge, and that's what I understand after speaking to Mr. Davila twice, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. What says the state?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is the position of $5,000 is appropriately set, cash surety. Of course, we'll leave it to the discretion of the court.
Judge, Judge, if I may, sir, there is no evidence that he was involved in a fight. He had no blood on him. He had no injury to his hands. Just because he was in the vicinity and was approached by two police officers, they picked him up. He was sitting on the bench waiting for the owner of one of the bars to come in so he could get to work. And that's our position, Your Honor.
Well, I read the complaint. The victim says that he was walking home. Mr. Davila attacked him, and then they separated. They subsequently picked up Mr. Davila, the police did, took him back to the victim, and the victim positively identified him as the individual who assaulted him by punching him multiple times. That's what they're alleging. Mr. Davila, where do you live?
McAllen, Texas.
Do you have a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
Who do you live with?
With a cousin.
Okay, how long have you been living there?
7 years. Almost 8.
How old are you, sir?
49 years old.
I'm gonna ask that you have no contact with the victim. I don't know if you know him or not. If you see him walking down the street, go the other way. Do you understand me? Don't go looking for him. No contact. Bond will be reduced to $1,000 cash surety.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's a cash surety. It means you're still gonna have to pay some amount, Mr. Davila. 10%, anywhere from $150 to $200 probably.
Your Honor, we appreciate that. And could we just advise Mr. Davila that after he does make bond to contact me, because we need to be in touch for his arraignment date in court.
You're still gonna have to show up at the courthouse at a later time to take care of this case. So if you do make bond, make sure you contact your attorney. You understand?
Thank you, sir.
He's asking if a PR bond would be possible.
No, I'm not giving him a PR bond at this time. Just talk to a bondsman and they'll tell you how much they're gonna charge. All right, go ahead and have a seat. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I have no further business
Thank you,
before
Robert.
this honorable court. Thank you, sir. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Next case we're gonna call is C-4715-24-E, State of Texas versus Christina Guerrero. You speak English, Christina?
Yes, sir.
Her attorney is Sergio Sanchez. I don't see him on the screen. You have a recommendation on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Randy?
Yes, Judge, the state was in agreement to cut the bonds in half.
Ms. Guerrero, have you spoken to your attorney?
No, sir.
Been in jail 11 days. Do you have a job, ma'am?
No, sir, I just got out of prison 2 months ago.
Where are you living?
Going back to my mom's. In Alabama.
You're on parole then, right?
No, I finished parole October 1st and I got incarcerated October 3rd.
Not a very good record. Your children?
Yes, sir.
How many? How old are they?
16, 12, and gonna be 9
Who do they live with?
with my mom.
What are the conditions of bond that the magistrate ordered for you when you got out or when he set your bond? No drugs, no alcohol during the time that you're on bond. Let's see. Subject to random UAs, I'm gonna order that you report weekly with probation to get drug tested. The first time you get test positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in jail. Do you understand me? Firearms, you are a convicted felon, so you shouldn't possess any firearms. Those are just some of the conditions that were imposed by the magistrate. But I'm gonna ask that they continue. What are you in for? Possession charge also, right?
Yes, sir.
On the Mandels charge, bond will be reduced to $1,000 cash surety. On the POM charge, $1,000 cash surety. And on the engaging charge, $1,000 cash surety. Total of $3,000 cash surety and bonds, man. You need to talk to a bondsman. They usually charge you anywhere from 10 to 15% of that. So maybe $300 or $400. That's just to get you out of jail. You're still gonna have to show up at the courthouse later on to take care of this.
Yes, sir.
If your address or anything changes, your attorney is Sergio Sanchez. Make sure you get a hold of him. If your address or anything changes, you need to notify the jail where you're staying, because that's where they're gonna send the notice.
I'm staying with my mom.
Okay, you'll need to give them, when they release you, give them your mom's address. All right, good luck to you. Let's see. Last case we have is C 4721-24-E, State of Texas versus Ablan Vera. Speak English? Ablan or Abram? Ablan, okay. Your attorney is Tracy Evans. She notified the court that she was tied up in another court. You have any recommendations on this one, Randy?
Yes, Your Honor, the state's position on this, we were not going to be agreeing to any reduction in the bond that's currently set, Your Honor. Just the facts are fairly egregious.
I believe we had one of the co-defendants in here last week or the week before. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this one for tomorrow. Your attorney's not here. We're gonna go ahead and reset this for tomorrow and see if she can make it. She did say she notified the court. She was tied up in another court. We're gonna reset it for tomorrow so she can make whatever arguments she wants to see about getting the bond reduced. Understand?
That's
All right,
correct.
good luck to you, sir.
Ms. Evans,
See-
yeah, Ms. Evans did reach out to the state judge and we did confer. She also let us know she was busy, so.
Okay, if that's all we have, I call everybody's name, right? Yeah.
Judge,
All right, Randy, thanks for your-
I had
Go
a Jose Trevino III with Lucy Regalado.
Yes, that one is reset for tomorrow also. She called, notified the
Okay.
court. She was tied up this afternoon and she's got one tomorrow, so we reset it for tomorrow also.
Okay, that's all I have then, Judge.
All right, thank you. Have a good
All right.
afternoon.
Thank you, you too.